Charlie Kirk was in the neck.
As of right now, I think his condition is unknown. And there are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people. So on behalf of everybody else, I got this
Everyone, I want to start today's video with thanking Blackout Coffee. One of the longest time sponsors here. They make it to where this show can stay free. I know they absolutely adore Charlie Kirk. They're an American first company. Amazing coffee, amazing gear. There's going to be a discount code and link below the video. Go show them some support. So folks, it's just come out. I believe Steven Crowder released it, that the shooter potentially was a trans person. But in this video today, I want to go over what exactly happened. How is it that somebody was able to do this? First of all, if you're a conservative and you say things online that can be considered controversial, even though they're logical, if you're going to do an event, it's got to be inside and there's got to be metal detectors. Because Charlie was doing this forever. Outside, he's got a couple of security guards next to him. What are they gonna do? You think a couple of security guards are fending off all those people? And ultimately in 2025, you're not worried about somebody just trying to bum rush the stage. You're worried about the hills, the buildings. So I'm gonna start this from the top. The police say that they've got somebody on camera. They're trying to identify him.
After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood. Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and have thoroughly worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to release that at this time. We are working through some technologies and some ways to identify this individual. If we are unsuccessful, we will reach out to you as the media and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are confident in our abilities right now.
Crowder is saying that he's got a high-level ATF person helping him, saying that the shooter is potentially trans. You see what that says? The ATF is gay. I don't trust anything an ATF agent says. But let's just go with that narrative. You're telling me some rainbow-haired fuck pulled this off? Okay, well, let's dive into it and really see. First of all, at a 200-yard shot, for you to hit somebody directly in their neck, the size of a quarter, especially being on a building. So you're calculating elevation. At 200 yards, you usually don't have to account too much for wind, but if it's a little bit windy even, you may have to calculate that if you're trying to hit that small of a target. This was a very high level shot. Just on the right side of his throat, right into arteries. Now, look, based on the shot, I don't think he suffered at all. I think it probably went out the back and hit his spinal cord, and I think he was gone instantly. And if he wasn't, he probably bled out in 30 seconds. So, he's shot, crowd goes wild, people start running. There's this guy who's celebrating. What are you fucking celebrating for, brother? What the fuck are you celebrating? Do you celebrate your enemy's death ever? Is that an honorable human being? No, you don't. I don't care if it's even self-defense. If somebody comes to your home to kill you and you put them down, it's not a celebration. It's not a, yeah. It's a, I dealt with a problem. That's it. Move on with your day. But no, this guy's all fucking stoked.
We could see you.
He was suspecting this, but now there's footage.
That figure. At the moment of the shooting. Oh my God! That's it! There it is! What did I say? And there he's running! He's running away! Holy shices! Holy moly! There he goes. Gone! Into the parking lot. Holy smoke!
Then, I don't know how, but there is a guy in the crowd that looks very guilty for some reason, to where he is arrested. Here's the problem with that. Does the guy have a gun? They're saying they got the shooter. Does he have a gun? If he doesn't have a gun, He's probably not the fucking guy. But what this did is they thought they had him. So there's no perimeter set up. And the guy just runs off. People are filming him on the roof and aren't saying anything. Oh, look, maybe they're doing fireworks today. Some happy-go-lucky people with no fucking clue what the world is capable of. What do you think a person on the roof is doing over there? They just want to get a better view from 200 yards away. That seems realistic. Oh, look, it's Santa Claus on the roof over there. Oh, that's weird, it's September. How about, you know what? We should probably tell someone because there's a guy in a prone position on the roof right now. Then we get to the plane situation. There was a jet that took off pretty quickly after the shooting. The plane turned its radar off, which is very illegal and unheard of unless you are pretty much the top of the government or running an op for them. So right before he was shot, you got some people who look like his security doing hand signals. Now, this is very sketchy, but I will say if this was a high-end operation, there would be none of that. It would be much less obvious. Something like grab your face or something less obvious than you're tipping your cap to your buddy. But let's look at this screenshot. You got 455 feet, not about 200 yards, but close, about 150 yards from a vantage point, and people are like, oh yeah, this all makes sense. It had to have been a trans person. I don't think people really understand how much planning something like this takes if you want to get away with it. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and lay out a plan for people because as far as I know, there's going to be some liberal fuck on here who's going to be like, oh, it's a pretty good idea. But you have to be able to think like the other side. You have to be able to plan like the other side. The only difference is we aren't some heinous people over here who are like, yeah, we're just going to kill people today. Oh, we disagree with this person, we're just going to kill him. So what can we ultimately take from this? This was not some trans person. I don't care what the media says. They're going to write it up as, oh, they had some tranny stuff written on the magazine and they had some like manifesto. For the people who are unaware, let me explain exactly how something like this would go if it was an operation from a government or from a high-end contracting company. The first thing is to get it done and find a way to get away with it. The second thing is controlling the narrative. The most obvious thing that they could paint in regard to somebody shooting Charlie Kirk would be a trans person. There are countless debates of people who are like, oh yeah, abortion is great. So what if it's 8 weeks old? It's fine. So I really hope people challenge what they hear.